It's Charlie! Charlie Austin has done it again for Queen's Park Rangers! Charlie Austin!
Charlie Austin, 50 goals in 94 games for QPR. Firstly, how does it feel to reach that milestone?
That's a massive achievement, isn't it? To score 50 goals for a club, but if I'm honest, I probably should have got it in my first spell at the club, having missed 2 penalties in the Premier League season, so that still disappoints me, but I was pleased to get the opportunity to come back to the football club and reach the 50 mark.
We've asked you to pick your top 10 goals. How difficult has that been?
Yeah, very difficult. Like I said to you, every goal's important. But there has been a couple of good ones in there, although I've looked through 50 and there's been plenty that are very similar to each other. But no, I've got it down to 10. It was tough, but they've all got a meaning behind them.
So to kick us off, Nottingham Forest at home.
Basilio cutting out the path through to Charlie Austin, but it's there eventually. Austin beyond Brom. Charlie Austin! He's here, he's scoring, and Charlie Austin gives Queen's Park Rangers the lead.
This was a big moment for me. I think the window had shut not too long. We've had some good play down the right-hand side, and I've just picked the ball up. I rode one challenge and then just kept going. I just smashed one in 25 yards with my left foot. It's unheard of. But if you see my celebration there, I'm pointing to a couple of QPR fans. And the reason why it meant to me here, because they was giving me a bit of stick in the first half. And I didn't realise that it was affecting me, you know. It was more that they wanted me to give a bit more effort. But listen, I was here to prove that I'm a QPR player and I wanted to stay. And that was the reason why I didn't move. But look, I was delighted to get the goal, and it meant a lot to me because it was after the window I'd just scored. It was more just to show, look, I'm here and I'm going to continue to score goals. And I do think the commentator does just say that he's here and he's still doing what he does best.
Okay, number 9, Chelsea away.
Yeah, look, to be fair, if Vargas gives me the ball first, I score at the near post. Then Leroy's shank shot just comes to me, and I just think it was instinct inside the box. Just try something. I flicked it and it moves Courtois and goes in off the post. I was delighted. It was a big goal for us. Just gets back in the game after Oscar scored in the first half. But look, it meant a lot to me to score at the bridge. Got the team back into it. Unfortunately, we couldn't go on to win the game because they get a penalty later on in the game. But look, I put my thumb out. I see my dad then. When I do that, I was buzzing. But I was going for a good reign of form. I think that was about my 6th or my 7th in the Prem, and look, I was buzzing. I really was. It was a unique finish, shall we say? But look, I've got to be honest. If Leroy doesn't shank this one, then it doesn't come to me. This angle's better because it's definitely going wide. Look, there you go. And it was just, look, I was there and I reacted first, and it was an important goal for me.
Okay, number 8, Doncaster at home.
Yeah, Donny at home. Look, we've been a poor game, to be honest. It was 1 down, I think, and then we get back into it. Matty scores. But look, I scored a good header there. But it comes from Rob Green's big boot, and I think Matty controls it just there and plays it out wide to Danny Simpson. But I hadn't played over the Christmas period. I hadn't played against Nottingham Forest. I hadn't played against Watford. And I think we got beat 2-0 and lost and drew 0-0 with Watford. And everyone was questioning us over the period because they hadn't been playing. And I'd come back and look, from where I run and to make it to the back stick and just out-jump the defender and head it in, it was a big goal for me, and I enjoyed every moment. And I think the celebration's shown right in front of the dugout. The togetherness going into the new year, it was important not to drop points at home.
Okay, number 7, Arsenal at home.
More letting it run. Charlie Austin on the turn. There's one back. Is the fight back on?
Yeah, look, it was just outside the box. I had a touch. I don't score many outside the box, you know. And the reason why I liked it was because I just think it was instinct, really. Back to goal, 1 touch, 2 touch. I shift the ball early and just catch the keeper off guard. Like I said, I never score many outside the box, but it was just another Premier League goal that was adding to my tally. The movement was there, and I created myself half a yard. And if you see Kieran Gibbs drop off. He looks like I'm going to pass the ball out to Darnell, but I don't. He gives me half a yard and I just take it early and, like I say, catch the keeper off guard.
Is it extra special when we're scoring against a team that's obviously as successful and celebrated as a team like an Arsenal over the years?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that was the way it was for me going throughout the Premier League season. On a personal note, every goal I scored was enjoyable. I scored against pretty much all the big teams, and they've all got their success stories, etc., etc. They're all well-known players, big-name players, and for little old Chaz to go and play and score goals was perfect for me.
Okay, number 6, Watford at home.
Yeah, look, bad pass there from me actually. Rav should score before I get the ball back from Bob. The reason why I put this in, look, I'd just come back from 10, 12 weeks out for my shoulder, and we'd gone through a bit of a sticky patch, shall we say, and we lost track of Leicester and Burnley. It was my first goal back from injury, and I just remember the ball coming back to me from Bobby. I had a touch and just bent it in. Earlier on in that half, actually, I pretty much have the same shot, but too close to Almunia. It was some finish in the celebration over there with the steward, and I still remember even the commentators now saying something along the lines of main man's back for the playoffs.
Number 5, a very well-known goal in QPR history, Wigan playoff second goal.
Zamora helps it off for Charlie Austin! All season, Charlie Austin has been the main man, and he might just have bought Queen's Park Rangers a ticket to the biggest game in Championship football.
The reason why I put this in is the meaning of the goal. We've gone one down, and I've just scored beforehand, but for that goal and extra time, I just felt like we was there. We was there, and we was the team that was going to go on and win it in this extra time. And the movement was there. I got half a yard in front of the defender. I see Carson coming. I almost felt I've just got to guide this towards the goal, and I've caught them both out, and it's gone in. But like I say, it was the meaning, the whole situation, the scenario. You have 18,000 there on a wet night, Monday night at Loftus Road. It was incredible. The atmosphere was incredible that night, and to come away with 2 goals and put the football club in a position to get promotion and the chance to go to Wembley to go and win the game, it was massive for me.
Number 4, Charlton at home.
I think this goal, look where I am here. I actually picked the ball up there. I'm not sure, look at that in the deep. Whoop, past Cousins, touch, wallop. I just think I can't run no more. I'm just going to have a blast from it. It's only half an hour gone. I just thought, I'm going to have a whack. And it was some goal. I actually scored one 2 years before, very similar at Charlton for Burnley. But I just got there and just thought, I'm going to have a whack from me. I think it's the furthest I've scored from, as in my career, at the 160 odd goals I've scored. But look, I was buzzing. It was a hell of a strike. It's gone in the top corner. It's one that, again, earned us 3 points. And
is that a case of it just sat up nicely? Why not?
It just felt right. The defenders kind of stayed off me, and I'm not the most skillful person, so I wasn't going to go and beat him with a couple of step overs. So I just thought, right, let's have a wallop. Set up perfectly and flew straight in the top corner.
Number 3, West Brom at home, the third one.
The third one. Yeah, look, the meaning. Joey actually messes the corner up first, don't he? And Sessignon bangs it straight back. I've just got a run on Pocinoli and Bosch straight in there. He doesn't mark me all game, to be fair. He was quite poor at marking. And look, I've got the run on him and scored a good header front post. Christmas time, big win because we're both down the bottom. And for me to score the hat-trick, first QPR hat-trick for a long time, including obviously in the Premier League, do you know what I mean? So it was a big moment for me. My first career hat-trick for QPR, when I should have had a couple the year before, but not many can say they scored Premier League hat-tricks, and for me to do it as a team, coming from 2-0 down and to win 3-2, it was a big win for the football club at that time. And I think that put me on about 11 goals. I think I was the top England scorer at one point, and I think that was it after the game.
Do you have the match ball?
I do, yeah. I have the match ball. It's in my office area. However, it's not really inflated that much. A couple of times I've just seen my son just booting it about. I think I should pick that up and put it on a shelf somewhere.
Okay. Number 2, Aston Villa at home, the first one.
Zamora helps it down to
Yeah, listen, it was a big moment for me because we hadn't signed no one in the summer, and although I'd done well for in the Championship, it was everyone knew that it was my first year in the club, and you see in my celebration. I heard a little bit of rumours and that, like social media and stuff like that, the fans wanted another striker in, but the window was shut. We lost, didn't we, to Chelsea? And I thought, no, look, I'm all right, I believe in my ability, the team believed the manager gave me bundles of belief. And look, again, I just knew in this situation I needed to get close to Bobby. He chests it down and it's almost hit it on the half volley, starts it outside of the post and works its way in. It's a hell of a finish, by the way. It's a hell of a finish. I'm not sure it gets much credit. Look, bosh. But no, I was buzzing. That went in. And do you know what? That goal was actually like for the turning point for me, because then I thought, no, I can do this. Because that game was the one where I linked up really well with Bobby, played as a two, played as a really good pair, and I felt, look, there's enough in this team. If we continue on this way, we're not going to be far away from our goal. Obviously, the way the season come out, we just come short.
Okay, and number one of the 50,
yeah.
Southampton away.
Yeah, listen, I've put this one in. I know it's easy for people to say, Shockey's picked the Southampton one, but listen, this is a unique finish. I'm not sure what is going on here for me. I've never scored a goal like this. No overhead kick, nothing. Look, it's going. I think Nico wanted to hit it, but I've just plucked out the end. The way I've plucked it was just sat perfectly there to swing the left duker. It actually goes in the centre of the goal, but when it goes near the keeper's feet or low, they struggle to save them. I just thought it was an unreal finish, and I actually didn't realise how good it was until after. And people still now say Pella's goal was better up the other end, but I ain't having it. I ain't having it. But look, I'm just there. And Southampton at the time, this is when they was absolutely flying. Hell of a team they had. But look where I am. So again, touch. I just seem to have this knack of, everyone says like knack of scoring, but the knack of creating myself half a yard in the box, do you know what I mean? And giving myself the opportunity to score. Everyone says, the ball always falls to you, but it's not luck. Just by knowledge, I think, in my movement in and around the box. And delighted to score 50 goals for the club, and hopefully there's many more to come.
And just that goal there as well, it was in front of the QPR fans, which must make it more special. How much have you missed that since your return?
Oh, I've missed it, of course, especially when I think Luton, I've scored there, and then obviously at Watford. But you want the fans there. You want the fans to be involved in, especially the run we're on at the moment, second half of the season so far. We've been on a great run, and I know for a fact that from what I've seen on social media and so has the lads, the fans were in. The place would be rocking, away and home, because the drive now and the feeling in the club is, look, we've got something here. Let's not get too carried away, but we've got something there. Let's continue to tick off the games one by one and hopefully see what happens come the end of the season.
Charlie, thanks for talking us through your top 10 goals.
Cheers, Moz.